So, hello, once again I'm back on my not so old and certainly not so new Lenovo Legion 5 Pro AMD edition. However, today I'm not on Pop OS Cosmic Edition. Today I created for myself new troubles. Yeah, anyway, as always, I'm recording locally and today I'm streaming on the Kick service. And before I will continue, it was nice to take a deep breath. Let me show you the config of the system and of course which system I'm using at the moment. So, let's go. Oh boy. So, today I'm using KaOS or KaOS or KaOS. I like to call it KaOS anyway. It's a NAS-based Linux distribution, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see soon plenty more on this matter. Anyway, as I said, new troubles for myself. This uses Noctalia cell on Niri or Niri. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Noctalia cell, Niri, Wayland. And the system, as you may know from the other videos or other streams, it's the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro, 16 GB of RAM, 1 TB of SSD storage, and AMD Ryzen 7 CPU 5800H, and the graphics are NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Mobile or Max-Q, as it's also called. And yeah, this one got my attention for plenty of reasons. So in order to give you an understanding about this system, because not many people know it, that's my understanding on the matter, let's move on to to Vivaldi browser. Yeah, let's go to Vivaldi browser, and next to it I will open the terminal in order to show you the fast fetch and the rest of the system information in the terminal. I will zoom it a bit. So yeah, as you can see, KaOS, Niri, Wayland. I haven't done many changes to the system, so it's still bash. I think, hopefully, eventually, I will change it, switch it as always to fish shell. Until then, bash shell it is. Anyway, AMD, GPU, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Pause the stream or the video when it will be ready on the YouTube channel and take a good look on the settings. Anyway, this is the story for now. Let's go to, let's close the terminal and let's go to KaOS website. I will read a few bits here, not all of them, and then I will share my experiences so far into the system, which is, trust me, very early on, very early on experiences wise. Anyway, as it says, welcome to KaOS, a Lean KDE distribution. KaOS is an independent, built from scratch Linux distribution focused on Qt and KDE. The idea behind KaOS is to create a tightly integrated rolling and transparent distribution for the modern desktop, built from scratch with a very specific focus. Focus on one desktop environment, one toolkit, one architecture. And it says other important things, of course, on the matter. And then we have to go to news, because this is a new release of the system, literally on February. And this is what happened with this new release. KaOS presents a February ISO with a complete change from what you expect from this distribution. Latest news from this ISO. You will not find Plasma or KWin on this ISO, though KaOS has always been a KD Plasma only distribution. Instead, you will find a Niri Noctalia based system. For those wondering why this change, it has come into play because of a desire to move away from System D. Work is ongoing to see if a move to DNIT is viable for this distribution. That also meant looking for an alternative to Plasma, since Plasma pretty much demands System D. There has been some politics regarding this matter and some developments, but I will just keep it for now, and will be fully mandatory soon. This ISO still uses System D fully though. And it says basically that it's a thing on the move, it will keep progressing, quickly perhaps, my guess is quickly. And yeah, as I was becoming a beta tester for Cosmic on Pop OS and KaOS, it seems I will become a beta tester for KaOS and Niri Noctalia combination. Anyway, the thing is that this system got my attention. I wanted to experience it. I wanted to go to this new journey with it, with all of you, including the ones that hate the system or have negative things to say. I don't mind this. Anyway, let's go back to another empty workspace. And as I said, I'm in the very beginning of the journey for this system. And this is what happened in the installation. In the installation, I could not pass through launching Calamaris installation tool. Basically, as soon as I was clicking on the install button, for a brief second Calamaris was launching and then crashing. And eventually I had to skip this problem by just unplugging, disconnecting the system from the network. Okay, I thought to myself, not a big issue, install without the network being active. I did, I completed the installation, no problem, very quickly I must say. And then I had the black screen after the launch, the boot of the system. I'm using, as you have seen, NVIDIA graphics, so I had to do some manual work in order to be able to get into the system. And then after that, I even had to edit further my system files. I don't want to bore you with details. Let's just say that I had to do like a few things in order to have a stable access into the system without going always manually to the limine or limin or however you pronounce it boot tool. Anyway, all in all, I got full access to the system, updated everything, and during the update I had a problem with the disk space that the system reserved itself because I used the automatic disk partition on the installation. It didn't have plenty of space for the boot partition in order to accept the updates, the system updates. So since I was at the very beginning of the journey, I just wiped the partitions again and did the manual installation, and everything since then have been going great. So far I didn't encounter any other bugs with the system besides that NVIDIA thing. Of course, all these things, how to do this, I will have it on the guide that of course I will release by the time I will be done with the system, as I did with the rest of the distributions that I have already done work with, like Endeavour OS, MX Linux, Void Linux, KaOS, Nobara, and of course Pop OS. So yeah, wait for the guide. And I did very surface level work with the system. I just installed the apps that I care mostly, like Kdenlive, Audacity, tools that I'm able to work with the YouTube channel and all that. Basically doesn't matter for now. I did of course my desktop wallpaper to change in the slideshow mode that I like, and gladly found out that the system uses quite a cool effects while transitioning from wallpaper to wallpaper, so thank you for that. The system uses plenty of animations, which most of them I have disabled. It uses a light, a dark theme of course. I will go to light mode now. Boom. It has quite a pleasant look, for me at least, quite a pleasant look. I like it. And I will go again to dark mode. And yeah, and as you can see, this top panel here, it wasn't actually on the top, it was on the right side of the screen, which no go for me, so I had to change this of course. I just move I think one or two things around, and I still have so much work to do related to customizing the system, of course. I did almost nothing customization wise, not even separation of the, for example, these icons here basically are a dock, some kind of a dock of application launcher. I didn't try to change this, but eventually I will. Of course, not all apps, I have seen plenty of apps not adhering to, not inheriting the dark mode, like dark mode, what's that? We don't care. Anyway, eventually I'll get on the track and fix everything, or mostly everything. So far didn't have any system crashes, any hang-ups, any strange issues, except this app here. It was this KaOS app, yeah. Basically, when you launch the system, this app loads, and it has a few things for you to accomplish to help you with the system. This one, for example, notice that, for example, on the packages, supposedly I should be able to click on web browsers, select the web browser that I want to install, go to email client, select the email client, go back to image manipulation, select the app, and then go and install these selected apps, packages as it says the bottom. But this doesn't happen. It's broken or something. I think maybe this is mostly related to the KDE stuff, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure at all about this. Anyway, I just ignore this tool, and I don't care for it at the moment. So yeah, bye. Otherwise, the rest of the system has been rock solid, no problem. I've been trying to check the Niri customization, the config file. I was trying to install apps. I did enable the Flatpak. As you can see, it's a scrolling, Niri is a scrolling desktop environment. If I will open, for example, a terminal, and then I will open another window, Dolphin, as you can see, and I will maximize it now. Yeah, I can scroll like this horizontally, and I can scroll vertically. Quite flexible system. I think this is something that Hyperland also has in the latest version, but that's another story entirely. Anyway, as you can see, the system is quite snappy and quite pleasant to the eye, I must say, in general. For me at least, for me. But yeah, hopefully I will not have to fight the system too much. Eventually it will listen to me. Yeah, I don't have many things to say at this point in time. I'm very new to this. I have so many things to accomplish, so many things to learn in order to accomplish the things that I want. but we will get there. I have some knowledge of Sway, Hyperland, but Niri is the first time ever that I have been using it, not even in a virtual machine. And yeah, and before I go, let me show you, if possible, for example, I think it's Flatpak list, yeah, and then I don't recall the pacman command. Yeah, I don't recall this one. Yeah, I'm forgetting now how to check the pacman apps. The system has good the website has good documentation. Let's see. Check pacman apps. Okay, this is not it. Oops. No. Not Flatpak, certainly not Flatpak, no. Not remote list. Yeah, I don't recall this one. I'm so mad at myself now. Was this one? Yeah, anyway, I have plenty of apps that I need with the system installed without any trouble. Let me go to the system menu. Audacity, yes, I said this. Firefox, GIMP, GwenView, Handbrake. I think I installed Kcalc as well. Kdenlive, Krita, OBS Studio, SM Player, Vivaldi of course, VLC Media. Yeah, for some reason it didn't have calculator as well. I don't know why the modern systems do this, but at least it has simple math on the menu like this, and then you can copy the result too if you press the enter key, so at least it has this thing going on for it. Anyway, new journey, many new things to learn. Eventually we will get there. I don't want to drag this any longer. I already did with my derping on the pacman installed apps. Yeah, hopefully you will like in the future more this kind of videos. As always, thank you for everything and see you on the next one. Bye!